AFTV Julian, it's going to look comfortable in the end, but you know, for that first half, you know, I mean, West Ham, they gave us a run for our money, and a great response by Arsenal in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, West Ham were a good team. West Ham are a good team. If you look at the way they played, I mean, Moyes knows exactly how to play the game. I mean, he looked at our strengths, he looked at their strengths, he looked at Antonio, and Antonio looked dangerous for the whole game. I think this result, it wasn't comfortable, but that's not because we didn't play well. We did play well. West Ham are a good, well-organised team, and the first half, the only criticism I would have is that it was too intricate. We were trying too hard to play the ball around, and when you look at the way West Ham played, it was bang, up to Antonio, direct. And the goal, it was unfortunate. I mean, I looked at it back, and it was a harsh penalty, but it was a penalty, and we got caught. We were slightly naive on that.
I was on that penalty because, I don't know, I've got to watch this back, right? It seems a strange one. The player hasn't gone down, has he? All right, he's been slightly clipped, but then you could argue that it's not enough to make him go down. He's played on. And then he slipped. Well, why are you then calling it back to the... I don't know. I mean that's why it was a little bit of a weird one. Maybe I was thinking, will they send him back to the screen to have a look at it for him to maybe, you know, make sure?
I agree with the penalty, and the reason being is that you shouldn't have to go down to get a penalty, because what it does, it encourages cheating. So if they can show that you can stay on your feet and you still get a penalty, and it was a penalty, yep. It was slight. It was a slight touch, but by the rules of the game, it was a penalty.
It's not enough to make. If you're playing out on the pitch and somebody caught you and you didn't go down, right? You keep going and you keep running, which we see happen all the time. You don't then then call it back, would you? I mean, you'd be like, well, it wasn't enough to bring you down.
But that's not the rules of the game. The rules of the game are, if you have contact in the way that you had contact, it's a penalty. Now, you're saying you need to go down, but what you're really saying is you need to cheat. And
no, I'm not saying you need to cheat. I'm saying it's not enough to make him go down. You're calling me a cheat? What do I'm just saying it's not enough to let him go down, is it? It wasn't enough to make him go down. He kept going. He kept going to try and score the goal. It wasn't enough to make him go down. So it's not a penalty then, is it?
Yes, it is a penalty.
All right.
Yeah, because the rules of the game are... It's a penalty. You don't have to go down.
Yes.
The touch, the rules of the game... You don't have to go down. No, you don't have to go down. And with the modern game, and one thing I did like about it, the fact he didn't go down, and the referee still gave the penalty. I mean, obviously I was upset that it was a penalty, because I'm biased. I don't want to see a penalty given against Arsenal. But it was a penalty. Okay, we went in, we didn't panic. And what happened in the second half?
Great response.
Phenomenal. It just filled me with such pleasure and such joy.
You're starting to look on this and think to yourself, this is a team that can go all the way. These are the sort of situations, isn't it? When you go 1-0 down at home, doubts creep in, nobody has won a home game today. Are they a bit rusty? Are they going to be? But they did. They saw it out.
Yeah, not only did they see it out, but they went on. The confidence that they showed, they didn't panic. And that was the big thing, is that we panicked. I mean, we were sat there.
No, you panicked. I didn't panic till you there.
All right. We both panicked to different extents. I panicked more. And I did panic. And it's lucky that I wasn't on the pitch. And I wasn't in the dugout, because Arteta kept his cool. Gave whatever he had to say at half-time. Gave them the instructions. Gave them the right way to play. They come out in the second half. They did get a little bit of luck, for the second goal, and the luck was Fabianski was in goal for them.
Can this team go all the way?
Absolutely. We're now 8 points clear. 8 points clear. City have got to go to Leeds and get a result. And Leeds, as we've seen, is not an easy place to go. The pressure is now on them. And I'm not sure what the odds are, what the bookies are thinking, but in my mind, Arsenal are now marginal, and it is really close, marginal favourites, in the fact we're so far ahead.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.